Hi, and welcome to the Additives Podcast, a space for real stories, honest conversations, and things we wish to hear out loud. Before we begin, a gentle reminder some topics we talk about here can feel heavy or emotional. Please always take care of yourself first. If anything becomes too much, it's okay to pause, skip an episode, or step away. Your well being matters more than any type of content. You're safe here, and you're not alone. Ready, Kana? Let's begin. Hi everyone, it's your online Ate River, and welcome to another episode here in Additives the podcast. I have been experimenting so far on what kind of works and what works in the brand. I will be asking you a lot. Actually, I feel like I've asked you na before sa mga poll if trip niyo yung ganong setup or trip niyo yung ganong idea. But I think and I hope that this time this setup works. My dog is shaking. But anyway, for today's episode, I was actually inspired by my class this morning. Kasi part of the university rules once you enter college is that you have to take GEs, 'di ba? And isa sa mga GE ko sa UP ay ang Philo 1. And I know you're probably thinking, lalo na kung nasa UP kayo, sasabihin, ha ate, graduating year, tapos ngayon ka lang nakakuha ng Philo 1. Girl, tell me about it. I've been trying to get that class ever since freshie year first sem. Like, yun sa syllabus namin. Kasi, of course, we're required to follow the syllabus or like yung basta yung schedule and, not really schedule, but the list of classes. Dapat, I should have taken Philo first year, first sem. And I'm only able to take it last year, last sem. Crazy, no? But that just shows how difficult it is to get classes in UP and kung bakit kailangan pa ng mas malaking budget when it comes to education. But anyway, that's for a different topic. This morning, we were required to do a presentation. And yung presentation na yon sa philo class namin ay kailangan naming mag-present ng isang philosophical question and ask or try to determine, not really try, but to determine if that question is philosophical. Using, of course, the different bases of what is a philosophical question, blah, 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 blah. But imagine, it was an 8:30 class, so wala pa ako sa wisyo nun. But nagkaroon ng presentation about utang na loob, so that piqued my interest kasi yun yung scope ng thesis ko. Tapos, yung sumunod na grupo, ang tanong, it's very me-coded. Parang, oh my gosh, these are the type of questions I always ask myself. And the question was, is it better to be kind or to be honest? And it was crazy for me because I didn't know that those types of questions can be seen as something philosophical. But for me, it's really moral lang. Parang, do I do it or do I not? And in that presentation, of course, nagising na yung wisyo ko, they explained care ethics and tawag doon, pro-social lies. Yun, parasocial tuloy. Pro-social lies. Okay, let me give you a run-through of it. Care ethics would say that you should always choose the kindest option. So if there is in any way, shape, or form that you will hurt that person or if you will inflict harm on the person, don't do it because care ethics would say that it's better to always be kind. And yung pro-socialize naman, sinasabi nun that sometimes, given that we know that someone will be hurt in the honesty or in the truth that we are about to tell that person, we will give them gentle lies to cover up the whole truth. Some people will call this white lies, but apparently may deeper name pala for it and it's pro-social lies. Ang galing, no? And it made me think, is it better to hurt someone with the truth or cover them or protect them with a lie? And to be honest, at that time, sabi ko, for me, I'm always pro kindness. Always choose what is good, what is right, and what is kind. But for this question, I would argue that It depends talaga. And yung it depends na yon, hindi siya yung playing safe type na pagsagot, but it's more of like, it depends on how close you are to the person or how much you love them enough that even if you hurt them and even if they hurt you will always find a way back to each other. What I mean by this is I was able to think of my relationships with my friends. The thing about me and my friends is I tend to be very confrontational. Kapag may ayaw talaga ako, like sinasabi ko yan, I'm the type of person na hindi ko kayang nagkikimkim ng mga nararamdaman because I already think of a lot of things in my mind. I battle with my mental health 24/7. I hear voices in my head 24/7 and they just vary in volumes. So if I feel like I'm being attacked, if I feel that I am hurt, by any exterior or external force, I will do whatever I can to control that external force. Kasi hindi ko na nakokontrol yung utak ko eh. So I will go for something that I can control. And in that sense, it's my honesty and my relationships with the people I love. And that, for me, is a best example of is it better to be kind or is it better to be honest and hurt that person? I love that person or I love my relationships or I love my friends a lot. That if for the very fact na kaya nila akong saktan, na kaibigan nila ako, paano pa kaya yung mga taong wala naman talagang halaga para sa kanila? And me being honest, even if it will hurt them, also means that I care. I care in a sense that I don't want them to hurt other people. I don't want them to be trapped in this cycle of hurt. I don't want other people to see them in a really bad light because in my perspective, they are a beautiful person. And alam mo yun, masakit rin kasi para sa isang kaibigan or para sa isang tao na kapag sinasabihan ng masama yung taong mahal mo, you get really defensive eh. Parang of course, personally if I hear a lot of people like talk bad about me or talk shit about me, I will break down. Like I'm not as strong as you guys think I am. I'm really not. But the people around me, they are the ones who are really strong. Like if I just tell them, oh, this person did this to me, oh, this person said this to me, I want to tell them but I can't, ganyan. They will be the ones who will really talk to me. Like parang, okay, do you want to? Is it true what they're saying about you? Diba hindi? So they really put me in my place. That in itself is an act of love. And maybe I will pick up on this na rin. Pero you know how they say tough love? Yung mahal mo yung tao kaya kaya mo silang saktan. Gets. Pero medyo toxic yon kapag you won't do it cautiously. But tough love in a sense that you will confront them with the truth because you want them to become better. You will confront them with the truth because you don't want them to go in a bad direction in life wherein you know that one day you will no longer align with them. You value your relationship so much that gusto mo kung ano yung maganda mong mga asal, makuha rin ng mga kaibigan mo. It's very prominent in families, 'di ba? Like we tend to pass down the good that we know and we want to make sure that the bad we have will be corrected by those we love or will not be implemented by those we love. That's the beauty of love and I guess that's the beauty of really deep relationships. But going back to the question, is it better to be kind or to be honest? I say both. I'm really bad at when it comes to like um giving a definite answer. Pero really, it's really both. Kasi there is kindness and honesty. There is kindness in wanting someone to become better. But again, it depends on how close you are to the person. Kailangan mo rin kasing alalahanin kung open-minded ba siya para tanggapin itong mga pangungutya or itong mga grievances mo tungkol sa kanya. If that person, you know that can't handle it, then maybe it's not yet time for you to confront that person. If that person is at the height of their emotions, as in wala na talaga silang maintindihan sa world and anything that is honest or true will feel like an attack on them, I'm telling you, wag mo na munang gawin. Kasi ikaw yung masasaktan. This happened to me before. I love this friend of mine. Pero we have been butting heads a lot lately. Kasi he was really not okay. And super obvious na nun kasi he was starting to hurt the people around him. Like kaming mga kaibigan niya na. Like sinasaktan niya na talaga. Subconsciously. Hindi niya naman sinasadya. And it just so happens na whenever we are all together, girl, ako palagi yung tinik niya. And gets naman na sa aming mga magkakaibigan, palagi nila akong gustong pagtripan. I don't know why. Pero if you and I get closer, maybe you will understand why there is something in me na masarap pagtripan. Some people say na kasi like, ang weird ng reactions ko or like, they see the joy in how I react to asar. Ganon. Anyway, pero iba na yung mga asar niya. Like, very below the belt na. And what I would do, like, I'll just, yeah. Kasi in my head, I'm like, what the heck? Why would you say that? But deep inside, it's like, that's kind of offensive. That's kind of insensitive. And I owe a lot. Like, grabe yung utang na loob ko sa kaibigan kong to. And so when I did confront him about it, instead of him seeing it as like a, oh, I understand you, or like us being in a mutually mature conversation, he started attacking the honesty that I have given him. And I'm not saying na he owes it to me na naging honest ako sa kanya, but it was more of like, napansin ko or ngayon ko lang na-realize na he just really wasn't ready. Kasi kailangan mo ring i-timing kung kailan ka magiging honest sa isang tao. Kasi of course, again, honesty comes with a lot of pain. And people, as they will always protect themselves. If they are in the presence of hurt, in this case, in the presence of honesty that will hurt, they will raise their walls in order to protect themselves. And siguro pagkukulang ko na rin yun bilang isang kaibigan kasi hindi ko rin inintindi na maybe he was really at the height of whatever it was that he was going through. And an honesty as painful as that was still not yet warranted for him. If in the case that you guys feel like you want to confront someone na, you want to be honest with them na kasi sobra na sila, ganon, make sure that they are in the right headspace to do so. In all conversations naman, dapat very much in the right headspace kayo and you are in a safe, gentle space in order for you to make space. O, diba? Daming space nun. But again, if you are to hurt someone and you are conscious that you will or it will hurt them, do whatever you can to make sure that that person will not see you as someone who will attack, but someone who is talking to you from the pretense of care and love. Yun lang naman talaga. So is it better to be kind or to be honest? Again, both. But in both then, always know that if you're gonna do something, do it with love and do it with care. What you are doing or the crossroads that you are choosing from right now basically means that you care for whoever it is that is making you think na kailangan ba konfrontahin ko na ba siya or kailangan ba kimkimin ko muna kasi I wanna be kind to that person. Right now, I can already sense that you have a really big heart and I hope that in the time or once you're already ready and that person is ready to be confronted with truths, know that your heart is also in them and that a piece of you is in them or with them. Kaya sana kung magko-confront ka man ng isang tao, unawain mo yung sitwasyon nila at sana maintindihan rin nila kung ano yung pinanggagalingan mo. Because again, if you don't have a deep relationship with a person, your honesty will go in vain. Kaya kung mahal na mahal mo tong taong to, go, maging honest ka. Pero kung wala naman siyang pake sa buhay mo, wala naman siyang halaga sa buhay mo, in the same way na wala kang halaga sa buhay nila, Pero you can always learn how to be plastic. Okay, okay, okay. Gets naman, gets naman, gets naman. Like, I know, ano tayo dito, very, very positive, very optimistic, very value-driven ng ating niche. But you know, that's life. That's really life. We need to learn how to play the game. And kung paplastikin tayo ng ibang tayo, di ba yung plastic na rin tayo? And we will give our energy to those who deserve it. That's life. Pero, habang wala pa tayong hard feelings with each other, always give a stranger the best that your heart can give. And most of all, just imagine the kind of love that you can give to someone you love and someone who loves you too. And maybe that love can hurt them sometimes, but if it's for the betterment of them and for the betterment of the relationship, it will be good, and it is good. Okay, so wherever you may be, I hope you are safe. If it's morning, good morning, and if it's night, I hope you and your thoughts are sound. Bye! Hi, this is your online Atta River. Thank you so much for being here. If you feel called to, you can rate the podcast, follow, or share your thoughts online. No pressure, just gratitude. Take care of yourself and see you at the next one. Bye!